I was looking at Vogue and like stuff to talk about with your best friends. And I was like, oh, I want to go through these questions and see like, okay.
They were fun.
And I was like, there's some fun ones, but there's also some interesting ones. Cause I think of our group of best friends, right? And so I saw this question. I was like, oh, this is interesting. Here's a question. Do you believe in having just one best friend or you think you can have multiple?
Oh, I think you can have multiple.
Me too.
I have a different connection with each and every one of you.
Totally.
And you guys do too.
Yeah.
I remember growing up, people were like, are you closer with Brie? Are you closer with Nicole? And I'm like, I'm close with both of them in such different ways, you know?
Yeah. Right.
Like, I
feel like I've been close with both of you at different times too. Like I feel like Brie was the first one I became really close with, and then you went off, and then you and I got really close.
Yeah.
And that, you know, we go through different stages of life and stuff.
For sure. It's so crazy. Because you guys have it so different than most because you guys are best friends with identical twins. So that's not, it's like, I could see where that's like a little different too.
And it has to be hard for you guys because we'll get pissed at each other and like want to talk shit about each other.
Yeah.
And then like, that just
like
has
a sounding board. We're like,
I know.
like fucking bitches are crazy.
Even my mom's the same because she knows not to get in the middle of it. So she's like, okay.
Yeah, for sure. But, and I guess it is true because I think of like even my best friend from when I was young. It's crazy. Like you grow up and start to live different lives and it's just.
And I think it's healthy to have multiple best friends because like you said, you have a different connection with each person and they fulfill a different thing that you need in a friend. I feel like
we need to like get the best friend necklaces, but it's like a rainbow and we all take a little part of it or something.
Like that. That's a really cute idea.
Right? Wouldn't that be cute?
What
Can I have the
color would you
red?
choose?
I want red.
Well, I think we'd all get a little part of the rainbow, right?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Depending.
Oh, I see what you're
Say
saying.
everyone gets a
I
color.
thought too, Jayme, what you thought. Like everyone got a color and then you put it
like
together.
actually-
have like purple. Red,
I kind of like
the
that better.
arc.
Yeah.
I'll take purple. Not because I'm wearing the color
I know.
purple
He's
right
like
now.
an eyeshadow, purple eyeshadow.
I'll take purple.
I don't know.
I actually-
Orange. I'll take orange.
I'll take green.
Oh,
I like
I like
green.
green.
Let's do this. Let's like try to
Let's
figure
cute.
this out.
Okay.
Because that would be really cute.
What would Olivia and Katie be? Because what do we have left? Yellow and white?
Actually, I'll be white. I'll be a diamond.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh,
Actually, the white's
there you
smart
go.
one.
Okay, so I thought this was a really good one, especially because we talk about relationships a lot. But what's the biggest lesson your last relationship taught you? Shawna, you go first.
The one before my marriage?
Or any relationship before your marriage. What's like the biggest lesson you learned?
I would probably say patience is something that I've like really gotten good at, which before, like as soon as I was over it, they were gone. You guys remember?
Yeah.
I'd be like, done. It'd be like that next day. I could not even fake it. But marriage and, you know, being with someone for so long, you just have to learn to be patient and grow. And I mean, 15 years later, you know,
Yeah.
it's still something I'm working on.
Yeah.
But it's helped so much.
Yeah. Patience is a good one.
It is.
Yes.
What about you, Jayme?
I would say communication because if you do not communicate, I mean, not even in past relationships, but just in a marriage, even with your kids, like there's so many things that can be implied or that, especially me, like I build up these stories in my head and I come to Justin with them and he's like,
Well,
that's not even true. Like, how did you come up with that?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I don't know. Like, I've just been sitting here making up the story. So I think even with friends too, especially with all of us, like we're so far away, but somehow we've like still remained close. And even if we don't talk for so long, like we literally pick up right where we left off.
Yeah.
And it's like so special, the connection that we all have.
I agree.
And going off that, this next question, what do you wish you could reconnect with, Jayme?
I love like reflecting on places and different times in my life, but I honestly like love this chapter of my life so much too. I love how like young and free we were and like that was so fun and to relive it, but like I don't know that I could go back to that stage.
No.
You know?
I agree. I would say the friend thing too, because those were just some of the most amazing years ever. And like, I don't know. I've met girls and had friends in different groups, but this group has just been so different because I think we all just meshed so well together.
Yeah.
And when we were like good, like things were just so good.
Totally.
And I just like miss that. Now we all just have kids and we live in different areas. So I get bummed about that all the time.
Like when you would pick someone's house to get ready at and like we all go get ready there and we're blasting
that
our
was my
music
favorite.
and having my favorite
Favorite.
too and the pre-drinks and talking about like the people meet tonight and spraying your perfume everywhere and
Yes.
making sure like you were just fully shaved. Like, you know what I mean? All the things. Like I thought about everything. And Those are the things I miss. Like, you just always pick someone. You never got ready alone.
Yeah,
like,
it's like,
oh my
wait, I don't
gosh,
like that top on you.
same.
Here, let me take
Yes.
this off. You
Yeah,
wear this, I'll wear
totally.
that. Like
Yeah.
swapping
The best.
everything.
And I also like that Uber didn't exist because remember, we're like, oh my gosh, we need to call a cab. Like,
Nicole, you were always at our house. Remember how many times you
Always.
fell down our stairs to go get the
mean,
cab?
I
like 3
swear
times in the
there
same
was
place.
like a ghost on there that would just go boom, because I would fall down every time. I'm like, how? But I was proud because the one time I saved my drink. I stumbled so hard and I like kept the drink.
you would hear her tumble.
course
You
you
would
did.
literally hear her tumble, and we're like, again.
I mean, I couldn't believe, and it's not like texting. We text then. Like I literally walked down the stairs, not looking at my phone, just like a normal human, drinking my drink. And, I would say the same. That was,
was
so
so fun.
so
So fun.
fun. And you just go out and you didn't know what to expect, but you couldn't wait. Like how the night, what it would take you and do, and like.
You know, my favorite was like the camera roll, right? Like there's no editing
yeah.
pictures. There's no like doing any of that. And we would take pictures and we just all thought we looked great all the time. And we would get the pictures back and be like, oh shit.
Yeah. Those
I
2,
would be
3
like-
a.m. shots. I
Oh,
was like,
gosh.
damn.
I was like, oh my gosh, my makeup was awful. I
So
can't believe I looked hot.
White eyeshadow.
I mean,
So bad. But it's funny because I feel like when it was good, it was so fun and good. But the one thing I love about our girls group is I feel like we all laugh when we all like fuck up.
Yeah.
Or like do something really dumb. Like none of us ever get uncomfortable or make each other feel weird.
we don't
all laugh
judge
at all. We
That's
all
why
laugh
we're all still
so
best
hard.
friends. Yeah.
Right.
We love each other for like our funniness, our weird things, our crazy things. Like we are so not judgmental in our group that's like
No,
been
when we
the
call
best
each other
thing.
out, it's endearing. It's
Oh,
like,
totally. Yeah.
I love it.
It's the best. I mean, we're so lucky we met each other. And who would have thought Hooters would have been the place
Oh my gosh, I know.
that brought us all together.
No, every time that someone says it, they're like, wait, Brie, Nicole, Shawna, you, Katie, Olivia, like they kept going down and they're like, wait, there's no way all of you guys worked there at the same time. I'm like, no, we
the
legit did.
same time.
And not only
it
that, but we
wasn't-
were the hardest workers, and that was my
Hardest.
favorite thing about you guys because we
Yeah.
were always the ones that would stay and close down because
Yeah.
we needed to make that money, and then
Worked
we'd
5-6 days a week.
It made it so much more fun.
Yeah,
It did.
I agree. And you know what's like pretty amazing when you think about it? It wasn't like one of us met each other and told someone to work there. We literally all came at the same time with very similar backgrounds.
Yeah.
And like it was like literally like when we talk about like when God or the angels like put those people in like relationships, same with girlfriends. Like they put us all together, be like, okay, these bitches are gonna take on the world.
Life's tough. Life's
They're
tough.
gonna go
Just
through
hang
some
with
tough.
them.
Yeah, they got your back.
They
Yeah.
got you.
You'll-
I remember
Shit
we all
will
connected
happen.
over like soccer and like
Yeah.
playing, you know, I think you guys were playing, you were playing at Grossmont.
yeah, Grossmont.
Do you guys remember we went? Didn't we go to our
yes.
soccer game and we made
Yes,
signs
we made
and we're
signs.
like
Came
we
in
were
your
drunk.
hot midriffs and outfits and your big posters. I was like, yeah, those are my friends. They're like, we knew she was the old bitch out of the group because we were 21 allowed to drink and they weren't.
Oh, yeah.
They'd always tell me to go shoulder tap for them. I'm like, so the school can sue me? Like, no, I didn't even think suing then. I just thought about being like detention
what's
or
shoulder tap?
something. You don't know shoulder
know
tap
shoulder
too?
tap?
We
What's
just had to
shoulder tap?
explain this to someone.
When you go at like 7-Eleven Circle K,
Oh, I
and
used
you're
to
like,
always do that.
tap
Yeah.
on someone's shoulder like, hey, can you give me some
Can you buy
alcohol?
me alcohol?
We would call
I
it
never knew it
shoulder
was calling that.
tapping.
That's
I didn't
so
either.
funny.
Shoulder tapping. We'd always like be like, okay, who's gonna shoulder tap tonight?
Ugh, I always hated when it was my turn.
Me too.
I get so nervous.
I would be like this, like, and I'm like, okay, no, and they
Because
didn't even
you know
answer.
why? I would just feel bad for the person because I
Totally.
could tell, like, I don't want to say no to her, but fuck, I might get arrested.
Totally. Or you're going to take our $20 and that's all we have to drink tonight.
Yeah.
How about our
Honestly.
fake ID runs? We'd go around to try to wrangle up fake IDs to go out of town. Remember that?
I mean,
Un-
Shawna,
crazy.
the fact that you and I got into the Bud Light party with fake IDs and then
Made the commercial thing, right? We weren't even 21.
We weren't even 21. Then they go, you guys are going up on this thing. And Sean and I made the commercial and we're drinking Bud Light and we're dancing. I'm like, if they only knew we're 19.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Damn.
I just remember thinking in my head, like, even when it came out, I'm like, are we going to get arrested
I know,
still?
I was
I kind of got
paranoid,
nervous.
too.
Yeah.
Well, because it was Super Bowl in San Diego,
yes.
right?
Yeah.
And that's why, yeah, that is
That
so
was
fun.
so fun.
At La
yeah.
Mirage.
Do you
Yeah.
remember all the like Hollywood parties we would sneak into
my
when we were in
God.
LA?
That was so fun.
So fun.
All the house parties were so fun.
And I feel like no one does that kind of stuff anymore because of
No.
social media.
No, they're afraid to be
know.
filmed.
Thank God there wasn't social media, you
Thank
guys.
God. I'm honestly so scared for our kids.
I just would have been nervous for the selfies I would have taken.
Oh.
And
I would
like,
have been
When you
such
think
a
you're cute.
hoe.
But I might not have taken selfies, but I might have taken pictures.
I
would've
would
taken
have. This is what would happen. I would have sent probably a few naked selfies to people in DMs, and then they would have been everywhere.
Totally.
And I would have had to see them for the rest of my life. And they would have been, well, not in sober moments. They would have been in drunk PB moments. I mean, even when I accidentally tweeted the one.
Oh, I
No, you
remember
didn't.
that. A bra
You guys, because when Twitter first came out, it automatically linked to your photo album. So
Stop it.
I was
That's
sending
scary.
a bra, but on the toilet. So I like lifted up my shirt and I was like, missing you, like type of thing. And all of a sudden I go Twitter, because when you go to send to someone, Twitter thing was there. So I accidentally hit the Twitter
Stop it.
and I go, oh my God, no. And I'm like hitting all the things. And for a while, people would post it back, and it just made me look like a thirst trap. Like,
Yeah.
why is Nikki like putting a bra pic out? And then my other one, thank God it was to Katie, a naked, sexy naked photo on my couch.
To Katie?
You know, I was sending it on BBM. All of a sudden, it hit someone else's name. I go, what the? Who did it hit? Thank God it was Katie. And she goes, oh, well, looks like you're having fun on the couch today. And I'm like, I just remember dying, but I was like, thank God it was you and not anyone else in my contact list. Unless it was you girls. But
Yeah, we need to get Katie here. She's got some really good stories.
Katie's got great stories. Well,
stories.
I have 2 more questions, and then I feel like we can.
We got to
go
have the
into-
girls, then close this with
Yes.
some inspiration and affirmation.
And I got a serious one and a fun one. My serious one
Dang.
is just because, Nicole and I going through like our big kind of leap of faith of going to the Garcia chapter and like this next chapter in our lives. I wanted to know, because I was kind of like, when I saw this question, I'm like, ooh, I was trying to think of like what your answers would be. And I couldn't think. So I was like, I want to ask him. But what's the biggest leap of faith you've taken? Jayme, you first.
I know that.
Yeah. I think I know it.
I think my biggest leap of faith was moving to New York on a whim.
That's what I
I
was gonna
literally
say.
had $3,000 to my name. I sort of knew somebody who I worked at Skybar with. And I didn't tell anyone that I was moving because I didn't want anyone to talk me out of it. I told my family within a week. And I think my mom just knew. My plan at that time was to move to New York and then move to Europe or somewhere to do makeup. And I met Justin a year into moving here. And I just like, as soon as I put my feet on the ground, I knew that this was a spot. Like culturally, like I just love New York. All the restaurants, the vibes, the energy is so big. But then I felt bad. I left everything back home that I've ever known, all my friends, all my family. Like
Yeah.
that was really hard. But obviously it paid off and I feel like I'm so happy.
Oh,
And you dragged some of us with you over here.
Yeah.
We had some
I know. I'll
great
never
times.
forget.
So fun.
I'll never forget the night before we were at Jack's, remember, in La Jolla, and it was so crazy because it really came out of nowhere.
It did.
yeah.
I mean, Brie knows. I feel like when we were in LA, I was like, I can't live in LA anymore. I don't know where I'm going, but I can't go back to San Diego. It's too slow for me right now.
Yeah, New York's
know.
perfect for you.
I
Yeah.
felt like it was too. And I remember when I
fits your
came,
energy.
Yeah, when I came to visit you here, I was like, oh, this is where she's meant to
Yeah,
be.
like Shawna belongs at the beach.
Yeah.
Like I can't imagine you anywhere else than at the beach.
Yeah. Shawna, so what's your big leap of faith that you've taken?
Yeah, I don't have anything gnarly, but I would say, in a weird way, applying at Hooters, because it kind of came out of nowhere. I didn't know anyone that worked there. I had recently been in a car accident where I hurt myself and I was working at Nordstrom and I was in the shoe department, which was like, doesn't sound crazy physical, but you have to run up and down these stairs and I just couldn't do it with my neck. And I honestly don't know what made me walk in there. It was like something like pulled me in there and I got hired, and meeting all you girls, it just like honestly changed my life. So just my friends and just the direction I went, my jobs after that. So I've always been so thankful for that.
Oh my
I
God, I
love
love
that.
that.